Here I have the terminal velocity swing trainer. Terminal velocity swing trainer is to teach your left arm. Terminal velocity swing trainer is to teach your left arm the proper function in the swing. If your left arm has the proper function in the swing, lateral tilt is automatic. You don't have to try and turn the triangle. It's not necessary. The left arm has a function. Not only is it function to help the right hand point the knob, or better said, probably find the plane, because I believe that both hands are needed to find the plane. I don't believe you can swing a 33-inch bat that's a drop three like our college kids swing. The moment of inertia is too high to affect the swing really late. So both hands need to try and line this barrel up. But the function of the lead arm not only is to pull perpendicular to the bat to create the swivel, but it's to get the elbow above the knob of the bat. There's a reason for that. And here's the reason why I would never use Richard's drill. When I turn, face you, and use the pivot, look at what happens to the knob of the bat. It binds on my forearm, and it can't possibly turn any further. Okay, this is Richard's drill. Knob up, barrel down, my elbow slots through, and the knob binds against my forearm. If any of you work with little teeny kids, you know that when they first learn to swing a bat, or they aren't even learning, you give them a bat to swing, they oftentimes leave with bruises on the outside of their wrists. The reason is the lead arm function isn't working properly. The lead arm function is down and the wrist is up. Okay, does this look familiar? This is Richard's pivot drill. Sorry, Rich, I would never teach my students that. There's a reason I'd never teach my students that. The reason is because the knob of the bat has to travel under my lead arm in order to reach terminal velocity, maximum velocity flow of the barrel turning through the zone. Okay? This is why I tell everybody to use the helicopter drill. You can't throw a bat like this. It won't go anywhere. So, with my terminal velocity trainer that you can purchase for $29.95, I have an extension here that is a foam pad, so it won't hurt you. But what you're able to do with this is you're able to take your hands on the bat, opposing elbows, get in a stance. And I'm not concerned with my lower end right now. I'm running out of light. Get in a stance, and when I lower my lead elbow, my right elbow rises. Okay? It's that simple. So if my elbow's opposed, not chicken wing, but opposed in a wide open V, when I lower my lead elbow, my right elbow raises. Both hands are dorsiflexed. Both hands are in this position. So lower my lead elbow, my right elbow raises. It's automatic. The next thing that has to happen is my lead elbow needs to get in a position as it's flowing through the swing to allow the barrel to turn under my lead arm. Okay, this is launch and contact. It's not follow through. I have something else for follow through. So, if my lead arm will do its job and make sure that wherever I decide the plane is, it needs to get above the knob, this will hit me in the armpit, and my lead arm will rise and continue to rise long enough for it to hit me in the armpit. So here's Richard's move, training people to use this move, whether this, the excuse is not, doesn't really happen in a swing. I don't buy that. Here's Richard's move, bound. Here's what I believe happens. Lower it under the armpit. Look at my lead elbow. Again, under the armpit. The knob is traveling under my lead arm. Under my lead arm. Down, under my lead arm. This is what the elbow jut is for. It's to allow the knob to travel under my lead arm and the barrel to continue reaching terminal velocity without binding on the lead arm. Okay? Bind, barrel dump, bind. Jut, and look, boom, it hits me in my armpit. Doesn't hurt at all because it's a big rubber foam thing. Okay, so again, opposing elbows. Lower my front, my back elbow raises. And my right arm is supinated. Okay? I'm sorry, pronated. Whatever it is. Sorry, I'm in a hurry because I'm losing my light. Anyway, so when you go to swing the bat, if you just train your hitters and get an apparatus like the board member terminal velocity swing trainer, they'll learn that the barrel travels on an angular path and the knob travels under the lead arm. Slow motion because it's getting dark. The pivot point, I am pulling perpendicular on the bat with this arm, which is causing a pivot around my right hand. You want to call it HPP for HI, doesn't matter to me. It's a tight pivot that I do not extend to. Okay, one more time. Now, the function of my lead arm, understanding what it needs to do, causes lateral tilt automatically. I'm not turning a triangle. I'm loading and getting my lead elbow out of the way of the knob. All right, now, the next thing that has to happen as terminal velocity is reached through contact right here is that the barrel, the knob, has to travel under the rear arm. So, I go to my small extension on the board member terminal velocity swing trainer. I go to my small extension, it's still padded, and what I understand then is my lead arm gets above the knob, which causes instant lateral tilt because that's my elbow getting out of the way of the swing. But release phase, the knob has to travel under your right arm. It goes here under the lead arm, here under the right arm. Under the lead arm, under the right arm. This is the throw phase. This is the helicopter drill. This is how you throw a bat to the outfield. Under the lead arm, under the back arm. This is how the barrel travels unimpeded through the swing. Under the lead arm, under the back arm. Under the lead arm, under the back arm. Full load and swing. Under the lead arm, under the back arm. Down and in, under the lead arm, under the back arm. Not this. I would never get my hitters to bind this barrel, this knob against their wrist. You can't swing. Have you ever seen anybody do this? And hold on too long? Because they're not releasing the barrel? Yeah, I've seen a few, especially trained by HI mechanics. Under the lead arm, under the top arm. Under the lead arm, under the top arm. Terminal velocity. That's why my hitters are all in college on scholarships.